Are you giving me a chance?
We'll give you a chance. Okay. Just briefly and prepare our headline thoughts so it won't be very verbose as it should, because this is a continuing story. Yeah, we'll come back to you. Briefly, let's just play that particular clip and see, are there people who are really frustrating, as you say also, why was it very providential for them to actually go and capture this alleged culprits when they went to Deputy President's office? They would have done the arrest before that, because they had information. Let's just listen in.
I am aware, and I know, and it's obvious, that there is a huge scheme that has been orchestrated to demean and to destroy my office and to ensure that I do not get anywhere. I want to tell them, they may have the system. They may have whatever they have. But I want to tell them, we have God. Pengine waniue mimi, lakini sitarudi nyuma. Siwezi kurudi nyuma. Vitisho, njama, hizi zote. Kwa sababu ninajua hata yale mambo yanakuja hapa mbele ambayo imepangwa. But I'm ready for it.
So the Deputy President seems to be speaking as a matter of fact. He is aware, he's sure, he's cocksure about this. Your reaction, briefly, as we prepare also our headline thoughts.
My reaction is, may the children of this country take note of the fact that once upon a time in this country, one Andrew Mudemba was used to try and fix the same theory of arms so as to manage Charles Njonjo. I would not be surprised if that primitive thinking is being peddled now. Number two, the Deputy President has spoken to the issue of the system and an elaborate scheme. We are not going to take it lightly because, as he said himself, he is not a madman. The only thing I want to encourage him is for him to remain strong, because even in 2013, the so-called system tried to force Mudavadi on Kenyans, and that time I was celebrating because they were helping me. They tried to force Mudavadi on Kenyans, the so-called the system, and the will of the Kenyans prevailed. As they say in English, the power of the people is greater than the power of the people in power. And I want to call out the press, all media houses. You should stop aiding the so-called system in getting away with these schemes of theirs. What do I mean? Two cases. One in Murang'a, just before the weekend, or was it over the weekend, when members of the public in a rally of the Deputy President rubbished the ill intention of the governor of Murang'a, Mwangi wa Iria, to try and disrupt a Deputy President's function. The media did not give Kenyans. Kenyans got to know it through social media. Number two, yesterday, the chairman of ODM, when he tried to hit in Msambweni at the Deputy President, Kenyans have only gotten to know about it through social media. But all the media houses have given the heckling of Mbadi a total blackout. Please, media, don't take sides in this very important issue. Finally,
please, briefly.
Finally, I have been challenged by my brother, Amolo, that I'm trying to practice law. In the very least, when law requires common sense, we use common sense. When it requires lawyers, we pay you people. So on this obvious thing of common sense, my brother, let me tell you, the element of surprise is one element in court.
Thank you.
Which a good lawyer uses to win every case. What kind of case is this man called Kinoti going to win by divulging all the information that he has? But Amolo, you remember the nice books we used to read called Sherlock Holmes?
We'll leave it at that. All right, let's hear from Jacob briefly. We are winding up.
Yeah, but
briefly, sir.
not a madman. Ruto is not a madman.
Of course.
He's just a man who is not wise. How do you even rant in a funeral? And if you know, a wise man would have even blamed the death of Kenei on a chaser. You know, Dibal, Kinoti held the press conference because he's dealing with a monster. The office of the deputy president is a monster in corruption and now death. And Kinoti has no other way of protecting his investigation other than talking to Kenyan people.
But that still stands to be an innuendo. You don't have any evidentiary documents to actually
categorically say that. The death. I have not blamed the deputy president for the death. What I'm saying.
No, even the office of the deputy president, yes.
No, but the video was shown. Kinoti showed the video
of someone being killed.
All right, just give you
of the guy who was killed, and he linked the.
What's your point? What's your point?
My point is that you cannot come here and begin blaming Kinoti for conducting investigations about the murder of a young Kenyan. And Dibal, you know, just let's be fair to one another. You know, you can even keep all the phone logs. Kinoti has not said they have not gotten the phone logs.
That's what he said.
He has not said they have not gotten them. He said the information was deleted.
All right, thank you.
Which was a lie.
But lastly, we have a deputy president who calls his boss a drug user.
Did he?
Yes, because the BBI is an issue of Raila and Uhuru. He calls Raila mchawi, Uhuru a drug user. You know, Kenya must have decency.
It's the ODM interpretation.
No, so but I will interpret it my way. That is why we are here.
Kimano Matangi, your closing remarks.
You have allowed yourself to be angry. That's why.
I'll take only one finally.
Sure.
Start with the finally. We start with that.
Well, when there's silence, I will. Anyway, Dibal, I wanted, my attention was drawn to that report on page 6, and that's what I would want to just comment on. That second paragraph, and I would want to be urging the DCI, because that second paragraph says that as of now, the DCI has not sought records from the telcos company. That one he needs to do, but also to clarify that in the first paragraph there, what this report was trying to also clarify is that by deleting data from a phone, you do not affect the data in Safaricom. That was a clarification. So if the data in Kenei's phone was deleted, the one in Safaricom exists. And so
that is the ambiguity that actually we were talking about. From the phone.
Yes, from the phone you raise.
Yes.
But in the main data it remains.
It's not the rest, of course.
Yeah. So that's what we would want to hear. The reason why I was emphasizing on this is because I would want to close with the remark that DCI should resolve this, not for the president, not for the deputy president, not for Jacoyo, not for Chariot. He should resolve it for these children and for the wife. And face them and tell them that this is the truth. This is what happened to your son. This is what happened to your father. These are the culprits, and bring them to book. That's what we would want to say.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's very important also to that data breaches. We have the Data Protection Act right now. It's good to get that particular clarification also from page 6 of the standard as well, that there are conditions to access, that is access to sites and records, right? That is in the standard. You can read that. Let's just hear closing remarks from we're winding up. 30 seconds.
I think I agree with the Deputy President that he's not a madman, but he should tone down some tinge of the megalomania that he does experience sometimes. That scares some of us from him. That tinge, he should really work on it and get rid of it.
Thank you.
This has given us 7 years of drama by Jubilee, and I think I'm happy that 2022 is around the corner.
Thank you.
We'll get rid of this drama.
What Dr. Boni Khalwale, Aaron Cheruiyot, and a lot of the people around the Deputy President are doing is called subterfuge. Asking who are these foreigners? Are they real businessmen? How did they enter? Which are the offices? That is subterfuge. Stop it. But I want to leave them with that one question. Who is the system? Maybe you'll answer next week.
Right. Next week we'll look at who is the system. Thank you.